So, Gavin, a thought.
Okay.
Why doesn't a business, whether they're a service-based business, time and space, or hard goods, product-based business, why don't they just sell all their value out to the marketplace? Like, obviously, I've already mentioned, cash is still king. It's the auction of your business. Why not just sell it?
Well, I mean, most of them, they just want to hold on to their products and services, don't want to sell them. No, really, it's just that they've tapped out on their regular channels. Whatever their normal marketing is that they want to do, they've done that. They might have done some discounting already in terms of like different sales and things, but they kind of reached a point where they don't necessarily want to discount any further because that's losing value. Or, I mean, you think of some goods where they brought it in at, let's say $100, and they started off with a $200 retail, and now they're at the point where they've discounted it maybe even down to $150, but they don't want to go below their cost. Getting close to their costs. They don't want to send a message because usually when someone's discounting, they're still marketing to their same customer base.
Right.
And now all you're doing is teaching your customer base to wait for the discount.
Right. You're training them to
or if they're only if that customer base has let's say it's a clothing store, and that person says I have $1,000 budget a year for clothes. Well, if I buy it at $150 or $200 per item, I still have the same budget.
Right.
So you're kind of capping out at my $1,000. So in the conventional market, you've done everything you can do. And so you're kind of looking, okay, what's my next step? I mean, some places go and send their stuff to a liquidator. They might do other discount sales, but they're looking for other channels to utilize them. I mean, obviously, you would know because you've been consulting with them for so long that Barter that is often another channel or that they can move a good chunk of stuff. I mean, it's still not necessarily 100% of their excess value will go through Barter even.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee that that'll happen. But I know that you maybe touch on a couple of examples.
A couple of examples for sure. And we always say that cash is still king, but barter is greater than zero, right? Cash is still king when it comes to selling out hotel rooms or professional billable hours or massage therapy time or a dental chair. But barter is greater than the alternative, which is having zero value or possibly even a major discount on that time or space. On the hard goods side, it's a little bit, they have a little bit of an easier time with it because there's at least shelf life when it comes to hard goods. Yeah. Right. The value doesn't just expire right away.
But sometimes that having it on the shelf is actually a negative because you're trying to bring in the next season.
You're paying for storage.
Yeah, it could be a unit where you're like, I don't know what. I think it was a hot tub place we had at one time where they had a whole unit that was full of I think it was pool tables actually had, but that they had full of this stuff. It's like, well, we're paying rent on this gigantic unit. They weren't even marketing the pool tables anymore in their regular business because it just didn't fit in line with what they were trying to do. So they're sort of having them sit there because well, we don't want to just throw them out because obviously we paid for all of them. Yeah. But there are sunk costs for them. But not just a sunk cost, they're every month an additional rental cost for that space.
So they're out-of-pocket cash flow every month, exactly. So, I mean, just to piggyback on that example with the pool tables, we were able to market those pool tables out to the system. I believe we sold approximately $120,000 worth of pool tables. Yeah. So that company was able to bank those barter credits at their retail value, and they flipped it into marketing for their location there in Burlington, Oakville, a new sign, printing, staff appreciation, tent rentals for their annual parking lot sale, all sorts of security. We did all the security for that and security systems around their location, a forklift truck. I mean, they were able to literally take those pool tables that were sitting in a warehouse storage unit, costing the business money, almost forgotten about, and they will take that value, put it onto the barter ecosystem, get those barter credits, and immediately replace over $100,000 worth of real cash expenditures, which was a huge boost to their bottom line. I'm going to give another example.
And literally, they've been sitting on those they could sell on the barter credits for 3 years. So they were sitting on the pool tables for that long.
Yeah.
And it would be saving the money.
Absolutely.
Which is the kind of the crazy part, that basically not having something is saving you money.
Exactly. I totally agree. So a couple of quick examples. I remember working with a business, a travel company up in Ottawa. And they had actually, they do European river cruises. And so they had chartered the entire boat. And they had sold out enough of the cabins that they were quite profitable with the trip, but they still had 10 or 12 cabins, and each cabin was worth about $6,000 each. And so she tried, again, the different channels to try and sell them. She didn't really want to advertise as a discount because that's not fair to the people who had just paid for a cabin. Yeah. And so, again, she made the smart choice. She joined the barter system. She was able to take advantage of the barter blast that we did to promote that across the system. And I think we sold about $45,000 worth of the cabins. I think it was about 6 or 7 cabins. And so she was able to take those barter credits in and now has those bottled up in an account at full value. And again, her entire cost for the boat was fixed. Yeah. She was chartering the entire boat. So there was no actual additional out-of-pocket incremental Canadian dollar cash cost to earn those barter credits, and now she has those for marketing. For different things that she can do in the future. So huge.
Well, and I think in that case it worked out for her because it definitely worked out for her. But she did that obviously pre-COVID, and then she's actually been able to utilize those barter credits to offset costs right now. When obviously river cruises is not exactly the most popular thing in the world, unfortunately. But so she's been able to utilize the barter credits in this time where
to gird up her business.
Yeah, and personally as well.
Yeah, another example of a hard goods business we had, was a building supply company. And they were sitting on literally thousands of dollars, about $8,000 worth of bricks that had been sitting for over 5 years in their yard. And when they met the barter pay system, the barter system, they were able to actually join, open up their account. We went through a little walk in their yard. They highlighted some of the skids that were available. We took some photos, blasted it out, and actually within 48 hours, we had 2 different businesses, one in Hamilton and one in Burlington, that actually bought those bricks. One was building an outdoor patio. One wanted kind of a space in their office that had sort of a brick wall. And those bricks found a home at the full retail value. So that building supply company was able to take in barter credits at the full retail value. And then he actually turned around and donated them to a charity.
Nice.
Through our Barter Pay It Forward Foundation. They went back out to the community. So, and we're going to touch on that in a little bit about how organized bartering works for charities and how that can help businesses with their social impact, which is a huge advantage in the marketplace as well. So
sure. So basically, he hit a brick wall with where to sell his bricks, and they became a brick wall. So
exactly, yeah.